hand. So he called the other people, come to the Islam by power. No. Allah says to our Muhammad, you have to invite them by a nice mail, nice talk, nice behavior. If he is allow, welcome. If he does not allow, no problem. No problem, leave him alone. But if he is not a Muslim, your behavior, your talk should be nice to the others. So Islam, Muslim does not allow to terrorists.
Unfortunately, Islam, core Islam, contains the root teaching that could permit this and even promote it. Unfortunately, I really think Islam has to clean up its act. If you cannot change the text, you can change the interpretation. No religion exists outside of its interpreters and expositors. You can certainly change the interpretation, bring it into the modern world, if you have any sensibility about where mankind is heading. If, as Iraq is pushing to get intercontinental missiles, as Iran is pushing, and the nuclear weapons to carry them, that's a horror. But they will surely find a passage in the Quran that promotes it. It will be either jihad or what they call America the Great Satan. Another aspect is they hate America because America represents modernity. America represents progress. America represents sort of the cutting edge of the future of mankind. And they want to turn the clock back. It is if it remains a struggle, as it seems now, between Islam and the rest of the world, we're in for a long, hard fight. I hope they reread the Quran and say this is not what was meant. And we will not teach violence. We will teach only peace.
It's a lot of racial profiling, but us as black people, not African Americans, because we're not American, we've been experiencing that for generations and eons and eons.
Right.
Unfortunately.
So it's nothing new to us.
Yes.
What's happened is nothing new for black
It should not
Americans.
have happened, but
It's just sad that Muslim people have to go through it because of religious factors, and it's based on ignorance. A lot of people don't understand what's going on. All they're seeing is somebody's from the Middle East or somebody's Muslim, so that's the enemy. That's not the enemy. It's bigger than that, and so people understand that this is all these people die for no apparent reason, because it's not about what somebody looks like. It's not about what religion somebody decides to worship or whatnot. We should all be one, regardless of whatever. This country is built on us being one. It's an independent. I mean, we're a democratic country.
that's what it's supposed to be.
But it's not like that. But
when it was founded, it never was like
We weren't
that.
included in us, though.
Yes,
We weren't included in us.
We're still looking for our 40 acres and a mule, basically.
The people from the Middle East, the people. The thing is,
Right.
when there's a problem, it's always somebody else's fault, but it never comes back down to the fact of it being that, why can't it be the United States' fault? Why is it that
We're innocent.
our actions
You
cause
know,
something
we're the
to happen?
greatest country in the world, and we don't do anything
We don't
wrong
take
to other
responsibility
people.
sometimes, and
You
we
know?
have to. And I'm not saying what they did was right, but frustration causes people to do certain things.
People
and
act out in different ways.
I mean, we've had riots, we've had wars, we've had all kinds of things, and this is just a reaction. I mean, if you put
The
somebody in
next
the
chapter.
corner,
That's all.
certain
The
things
next
come out of
chapter.
it, and
They don't have a military like the United States has a military, so they fight how they
you
know
go
how to
back
fight. If
the
they're
United
fighting
States
dirty,
has
that's
been
how they
funding
fight.
Bin Laden for how many years?
That's the problem of aligning yourself. That's the problem of aligning yourself with these groups, because today's hero is today's friend is tomorrow's enemy. The core problem is what remains. It is Islamic theology. That's the core problem, really. That has to, either the clerics have to teach it differently, or they have to de-emphasize that. They have to get over the idea of kill the infidel, which is their current cry. They have to get over that idea. They don't say it in the States, because the States is, by their reckoning, an infidel country. But the problem is the theology and the way it is taught, And if that 5% of the Quran contains the fiery stuff, it's too much.
We're just blaming it on 1 and 2. It's not 1 and 2. There's 3, 4, 5, and 6.
The enemy is never white. The enemy is any minority that poses a threat. At first it was Native Americans, then it was Black Americans who were brought here from another country, then it was Japanese Americans, and now it's Arab Americans. Like, who's next? You know, white man never does any wrong. I hate to turn it into a racial thing, but a lot of it is based, a lot of the emotion that you see now is based on race.
I don't think it's
you know?
I think it's...
Hey, how about this one by Sound of Silence by Simon Buffalo? And maybe I can probably do that one. Hello, darkest curtains. How come I'm talking with you again? Because the visions of the evening let me see like I was again. Vision that was planted in my brain, swimming with you.
You know, there will never be a world completely at peace, but there's a question of what constitutes legitimate protest.
Yeah. Okay.
That certainly is on the extreme side. And not only that, they think they're going to glory. They're departing for a glorious future. I mean, it really would take its denunciation of such acts by all Muslim clerics, not just the ones who want to play up to the West. I don't even know if it would work necessarily, but you have to start somewhere.
Anyone who make this hijack, if he is a president of any country, if he did it, he have, first of all, they have to find the evidence. If it's true, should be a need exact punished, exact justice. Anyone. But first of all, we have to find out who did it. You cannot find anyone just by your idea. You need evidence for that.
Many of us are very concerned about the danger that the United States military action will take on a pattern that it has taken on in the past around the world, of not distinguishing between, in some cases, legitimate revolutionary movements versus players in the whole global game versus of East versus West. We made that mistake in Afghanistan not too many years ago.
Right now we're going through a time of ignorance as always. We're an ignorant society. We think we can't be touched.
We live in a glass bubble. We think we're perfect and we feel like the world is supposed to, you know, follow our lead, you know.